Sometimes the stupidest things make me happy. So first of all, dang, that actually sounds really good. Like, imagine if I had a good mic. Like, this thing has been good, but no, I am trying to figure out. First of all, I'm testing out using Chrome instead of Opera. I know I also hate Google. I do not like Chrome. I prefer Edge, and Edge seems to actually have the best performance on the CPU when I'm using Streamlabs and doing everything. The problem is Edge is like where all my stuff is. Like where I'm logged into everything. And is there a bot? I think I need to go to YouTube. Anyways, Edge is where I'm like logged into all my stuff. All of my accounts, and so like I don't want to use Edge during a stream and then accidentally click on something and be like, whoops, there's my stuff. Time to end stream. But anyways, Opera, it's funny because I like Opera, and I also like my my little background thing I got set up there. Search no, I'm not worried about search history because that's not even like you gotta like click over here into settings, and then where even is it? Oh, and then I don't even know where you find history. So I don't even think you could like accidentally come across search history. It's just like literally I have this like row across the top, my favorites bar, where like everything is. It's like my command center for all of my stuff. So I just don't want that up. But yeah, like when I use different browsers, like, and I'm looking at Streamlabs and I'm looking at the CPU usage, whenever I use Edge, I have like the lowest CPU usage. I've noticed though, using Opera, that it actually uses I had a guy once show me a picture, and the shit that was see, that's like more on my phone. I would be more concerned with my search history on my phone than on my computer, because I find it like, I don't know, that would be weird to like be searching weird stuff on your phone. I mean on your computer. On your phone it makes a little more sense because it's like handheld. I'm trying to figure out if I need to go into there it is, moderation. I never want to shake his hands ever again. That's great. Oh no, I do have Botrix as a moderator in YouTube. What the heck? Why is neither one working? That's crazy. I knew what they've been doing. Oh, I have you as a managing moderator. That's interesting. And I have your Twitch highlights as a standard moderator. That's funny. Anyways, well, apparently I have them. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Oh, so what I was saying is, I decided instead of trying to use Opera for stream content, like maybe having Chrome as the browser I use. Let's see. Let's try again and see if either one decides. Do I need to do tips or tip? What do I have? Tip. Okay. One of these dang bots should be popping in here. There we go. Now watch Streamlabs suddenly appear. Watch Streamlabs suddenly decide it wants to work too and everything starts double posting. There we go. I just kind of gotten to a point where I feel like I'm going to use Botrix for the majority of stuff. Like, obviously, Streamlabs is my streaming software. Oh. Oh. That's probably why. Under Streamlabs, I have the permissions turned off for the commands. Fantastic. This is your commentary stream, right? Yeah. It's like just chatting / commentary, like whatever. I'm still like, so typically what I'll do on like Tuesday night is like, I like to go through the Reddit for like service industry stuff and just kind of like, I don't know, vent on that. But at the same time, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I like that as a possible format, but I just like the idea of it as a chatting stream, you know, / commentary, like going on the internet and doing stuff. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's usually what I do. It's just the last couple weeks I've kind of missed, or like last week I skipped it. I was like, nah, I don't really feel like doing it. Oh, actually, I want to see something. Type in well, because with like Twitch and Kick, for me, it's easy, right? Twitch is obviously like playing Warzone or something on Xbox. Kick is easy. It's sitting there playing a Game Boy game or Among Us or some crap like that, and then it's like chatting as well. With YouTube, it's like my channel on YouTube is a commentary channel, and so I want the stream to be something like that. But it's like finding the subject, and a lot of that is just if I have somebody to talk to. You know, that guides a lot of things too. I want to see, can you type in exclamation socials? I want to make sure it works for moderator. Type in exclamation socials. Greg. Hello? Are you still there? He got lost on the way to the keyboard, apparently. I don't know. I'll just do it. Come on, Botrix. Do your thing. I think it's just because I just turned it on like 10 minutes ago. There it is. It's just a little slow. It's got to figure itself out. What's the other command? Oh, W. Just making sure they all work. But yeah, I like it to be a commentary, you know, just chatting stream. I'm kind of trying to decide if I want it to be static, like the same thing every week, or if it can be like, I don't know, let's just talk about something. And if people come along, you know, kind of wherever they want to go. I just want to chill and talk to people in it. Let's see. And then the lurk one. This one should work for anybody. And this is probably a Streamlabs one. It's funny, it does that feels bad man thing and it doesn't do the emote, but whatever. They will be missed. Cool. Alright, so the commands are now working. And now my chat is full of bot messages. So yes, I like to try and use as little bandwidth as possible on other devices. I suppose I can close this now. Just gonna open the old task manager here and get everything to sort out real quick. Because that's how it works. But yeah, what I've been trying to figure out for these streams, because most of what I do in the YouTube stream is basically in a browser. And Opera is what I've used for years. But I have noticed recently that it chugs a little on my resources. So trying out Chrome, since we have that downloaded for the Twitch deal. And we'll see how that goes. Tell people that I'm here. I really need to get it set up to somehow post a message to like Twitch. Or not Twitch, what am I talking about? TikTok. All these Twitter, all these T words, all these Twitter words. Greg, are you still there? Or did you take off? I think he took off. Either who. Talk about some work stuff? Talk about some... Let's get over to Reddit. Does that show? It does, that's funny. When I used Opera, it wouldn't show browser inputs like that. Uh-oh. I need to have it not autoplay. Holy crap. Bro, what? Why? Why would you have... Yeah, thank you. Oh my god. Alright, I'm going to hide this real quick. Oh, you are there. I was asking you a minute ago. I wanted to see if you could use the commands. But then you were not there. Ooh, had to go say hi to someone. Not me. Okay, cool. Cool. I just want to see if moderators, if it was set up correctly, because I have it set like that, but you never know. So we're back to having the chat full of bot messages. It's awesome. The lurk one, anybody can use. But the code one and socials and tip are all moderator, or I think. Oh no, the I don't remember. I don't remember, honestly. I feel like I set it up so that if like someone's a subscriber to the channel and they want to see what the tip is, they can do that. So speaking of service life, my boss is a dipshit, so probably quitting. Uh-oh. We got a story already. So he says, decides to force drivers who are adults with bills and shit to become inside workers because he's mad that they make money and refuse to become managers and cooks. Oh gosh. Yeah, the delivery side of things does not sound like it's very fun. Drivers average 18-hour, cooks are paid minimum wage. Definitely a little different in the restaurant, like the sit-down restaurant, but it also makes sense for a pizza place. Right, so just wants to demote, yeah, because he doesn't want drivers on the road, and probably something that they're planning to do to like phase out drivers and stuff all over time. Because he can't hire kids. So from what I can tell, and I hate to say this, because I definitely prefer Opera over Chrome, it's looking like Chrome might be the better option for me. That's why you master the subtle art of sucking at your job. Don't do it too much or you'll get fired. Also, don't do it too little or they'll try to promote you. I wish it worked like that for me. Like, I get why that's a thing in other places, but like, if I'm not good at my job, I don't make money. Like, at all. Because I'm not really paid by the boss, so. So contacted old boss from past job. If I'm going to cook, might as well do it at a real restaurant to make out. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, especially because they seem to like you over there, so. They think I'm amazing. Like, this guy's so amazing. You're like, yeah, man. Type email. It's always interesting the different perspectives on different styles of work. Like, even Greg, do you work my job? That's great. Don't you drive, Matt? I thought you were a driver, not like a delivery driver, but like a truck, not truck driver either. What am I thinking? Like a distribution driver for your company or something. I don't know why I have that idea. Set WFH Monday through Friday 7 to 4. 7 to 4. The amount of time I wear pants is less than 2 hours a day. That's hilarious. Right, okay, so that's that. Yeah, drive around the area delivering stuff and watching poor suckers. Yeah, and on top of that, like, because you're... Like, I'd not wear boxers. But on top of that, Cosmic, you're also driving your personal vehicle, too. So... Getting to a spot where you don't have to do that, get that wear and tear, that would probably be really good. Gonna just glug down a little dubby right now. Put a towel on your chair, you cat. I think it would get a little more than sticky. Probably a little stinky and So something else I'm considering for down the road with like this stream or just other streams in general is like obviously I could sit here with a browser open, I could read stuff and talk about things and talk to chat, but it'd be kind of nice if at some point if I can actually have Discord running and it not overtax everything that's going on, possibly literally just go into a Discord voice chat and like just sit there with other people and like talk during, like kind of like a podcast situation, but you know, just like have essentially guests, you know, co-hosts sitting and talking about this stuff live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. This is true. The less often pants are required, the better the job. Yeah, this is why I would just love for this to be my job. Like, I don't even say that with, like, any sarcasm or joking around. Like, the more I do streaming, or, like, any kind of streaming or content, the more I just want to wake up, work out in the mornings or whatever, do my, you know, stuff or whatever, and then sometime in like the early afternoon just like fire up the freaking Streamlabs and start working. Like that right there. Or my Xbox even with like Twitch or something, you know. But obviously that's not something that's super realistic, but gotta get back to mine. Nice. Oh yeah, well you can do the lurk command. It's exclamation lurk. See if it works for non-mods. Of course, for some reason, it doesn't do the emote that's attached to it. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Because it's doing what? This one? I think this is the Feels Bad Man. I think it's supposed to put that up there. I'm not sure. But yeah, it should. There we go. Matthew Santa Cruz now lurking. They will be missed. Nice. I think I can go change like the text of that and stuff. Yeah, like the more I've been doing this the last month and a half or so, the more I'm like, man, wouldn't it be cool if that was like legit my job? It takes a lot to get there in time for sure. But it's just kind of a neat concept. Whoa, what he says, dude, just start waking up at 5 a.m., get a cold shower, work out for 5 hours, then at 6 a.m. I love that meme. Work out for 5 hours, then at 6 a.m., go for a run for 3 hours, get another cold shower, fast for 20 hours, eat 12 raw eggs, and at 7 a.m., work out. That's such a great meme because of all those like influencer videos where it's like 5 a.m., 5:12 a.m., 5:16 a.m. and you're like, wait a minute, you did all that in 13 minutes? What the heck? But like at the very least, it would be kind of nice to get to a point between, you know, things like channel memberships and subscriptions and various other like revenue sources and sponsor stuff. Like just eventually over time to get to a point where it was like a part-time job essentially. It's a hobby, but it's a part-time job, and get to a point where I could go, you know, I only want to work 2 days a week, and just tell it like, guys, just have me on for like Friday and Saturday, like the money days, and then literally have the entire rest of the week to be like, besides streaming alone, I still need to do like, I have multiple like projects for edited content. You know, I still have like a big like Linkin Park like retrospective thing that I started working on like 2 years ago, and then basically finished. But when I watched through my editing and how I put everything together, I was like, I just wasn't satisfied with it. I was like, this isn't it. This is not to the best of my like capabilities, and this isn't the vision I had for it. And so I just deleted everything and said, no, I gotta restart this process. Part of it was I scripted it, and the idea of scripted videos is great. Yeah, and that's what like tonight, like I honestly was sitting here at like 8:15 going, do I really want to stream tonight? Do I really want to do YouTube? You know, I kind of just want to sit over there and play Oblivion. But I was like, no. I gotta do something. I mean, I appreciate that. Like, I've like when it comes to the format of my streams, that I like just kind of figured out. Like I'm not, obviously, like you guys know, I'm not like new to content creation. Like I've been YouTubing for 5 years, you know, but this idea of like hitting up these different platforms and having like different formats, and down the road it may get to a point where like I buy the Streamlabs Ultra thing and just do it all across everything. But until then, I can only really do one platform at a time. And so I feel like if I'm doing it that way, I want to be on every major platform and see what hits on them. Right. Yeah, like I can't really dictate what people are interested in. I can just like do what I'm interested in, and then eventually people might show up for that, you know. The biggest thing I see from people who are successful for YouTube, yeah, it's taken a long time to get to that point, but that was also because for the first like 5 years of doing it, I was like super inconsistent. So it's been my hope to like get more now that I'm doing this consistently. But yeah, the biggest thing from anybody I've ever seen that is any kind of successful is legitimately just keep going. Like the e-thought, look, hell yeah. You know, the thing is, there are options out there. You can literally there's these like, and I'm not talking about VTubing either. Like I guess it was kind of like a form of VTubing. I mean that respectfully for the e-thoughts out there. But it's not even like actually VTubing, like with the anime characters or cartoon characters or whatever. There is actually like AI filters you can use that legitimately turn you into like a realistic looking chick and voice. And so you could sit there in front of the camera, do everything like you would as yourself, but you're going to appear and sound like a chick. And honestly, if you were like that hardcore, that would be the meta for content creation. Cause like, think about doing what most guys have to do for content, like the work you have to put in, right? To gain a following and get people interested, you have to be clever, smart, funny. Your format has to be good. You have to be good at something, Right, you could essentially catfish. Or be like incredibly good looking as a guy, right? In some way. If you don't have those things, you're not going to be successful. I've seen plenty of chicks out there who literally just turn on Fortnite gameplay, boom, there's their face. Followers. A lot of them do, yeah. I don't actually like a lot of them. It really depends. If we're talking gaming, I actually really like for watching like Call of Duty or Warzone or Marvel Rivals. Like, I'm not really into it huge, but oh god, I hate those. I really shouldn't say that as somebody who's on the internet doing stuff, but I really don't like those guys. No, I do not like those. But like in specific niches, I know you know who Leafy is. Like, you have to know who Leafy is, right? Like, you're of culture to that level, right? I actually, regardless of anything, like setting aside all things, I loved watching his stuff. Not because I agreed with him, not because I thought he was right about things. It was just funny as hell. Absolute crackhead train wreck. So Leafy, like Leafy is here. You have to know who Leafy is. Or was. I mean, he still exists, but like, he kind of stepped away from everything. Like, Leafy. Here, let me show you. It's actually just one name, but whatever. Well, he wasn't really a streamer. Oh, he doesn't have a name on here. What the heck? He wasn't really a streamer until like a couple years ago. He did reaction content. You have to know who Leafy was. He was like drama content, basically. Here, I bet. I didn't really follow him either. I just knew who he was because I would see his like commentary on stuff, like video games and stuff here and there. And he's quite like, he's not like a friend of mine or somebody I know in any kind of way. But he's like a relic of old school YouTube, basically. Okay, I hate to admit this, but Chrome is definitely working better than Opera. Like, you have to know, you know who Leafy. It's so weird, because like, you didn't even need to be like a follower or watch his stuff. It was just like he was a thing on the internet. So this would actually probably be an interesting watch. This guy, June the King, makes interesting documentaries about like YouTube personalities and content creators and stuff. But like, most of his stuff was like his gameplay in Minecraft or Counter-Strike or something. But he sat there and like did like drama commentary or talked about like gaming, etc. But anyways, I don't actually like a lot of there's very specific content creators I like. And if you're talking about certain niches like gaming, for like Call of Duty or where'd my music go? This weird not having music in my ear. Like Call of Duty or Warzone or whatever, my guy Jared FPS, that dude is pretty cool. I can actually like watch his gameplay or listen to him play and talk and stuff. Why are you people in my But there's like him, and then most of the other people I listen to or watch when it comes to like streamers and stuff are like other small time people, unless like I don't. Unless like I like to watch like Ricky Berwick's stuff or Max Mofo. He hasn't done stuff in forever. JonTron. But like most of their stuff these days is either like Ricky Berwick streams now, but most of their stuff is like edited, you know, pretty well put together productions and stuff. But yeah, JonTron's the man. His stuff, bro, is so crazy. His stuff is so crazy. Like he's put good work into it the last 5 years or so. Yeah, Ricky Berwick. I love fucking Ricky Berwick. But yeah, if you want to watch like Call of Duty or like Warzone stuff, Jared FPS, he was like huge on Mixer back in the day. If I recall, he got to like 440,000 like followers on Mixer, and then Mixer shut down. And so he had to go like try and restart all that crap between Twitch and YouTube and Kick and all that kind of thing. So but yeah, I like his stuff. I like his personality when it comes to that. He's pretty cool with his community and everything. But that's like Call of Duty Warzone. And then he plays like Marvel Rivals as well. And then basically everybody else I watch when it comes to streamers is like small time people or smaller time, like not huge. Like they're not necessarily like 3 viewer type people, but they're definitely like not mainstream. You know, they're still trying to grow or whatever. And then Shroud is a good one. Shroud's good, but that's also gaming too. A lot of the other stuff, like I'm not really huge into IRL. Like I think it's a cool concept, but I think a lot of the people that are really big in like IRL are like really shitty. But like the concept of doing IRL or doing, you know, the chatting streams and stuff, I'm all about it. Like I like to do that myself. It's just I think a lot of the people that have gotten big in those spaces are kind of, like you said, like the most obnoxious examples of people. I forgot this was still playing right here. It's just weird to me though, because like I never followed Leafy until he went to like Rumble and started streaming. Because all his stuff prior to that was this like edited commentary crap he would do, drama tube stuff. So I've never followed him before that. What up? Hey Cosmic. Oh, you know what? That's Cosmic is if ooh, let me see if the shout out system will work. Let me see if it'll work. Shout out at I don't think it'll work on here, but we will find out. I think that does. I don't think that works on here. I think it'll only work on like gaming, like Twitch and Kick. Cosmic Star is super awesome. He's one of the early people when I first started doing YouTube back in the day. And there's another Cosmic, a different Cosmic. One is my brother and one is like a YouTube brother. But yeah, it was back when I was doing a lot of like Pokemon openings and Pokemon card stuff. And Cosmic has a pretty good community he's built around that kind of thing. He does streams, both like the vertical like YouTube short type streams or whatever, and then regular ones where he does. But if you like Dragon Ball and like other trading cards as well, he does that as well. So it's pretty awesome. He's an OG. He's an OG. Well, Cosmic has built his base I feel like almost 100% on being like a really good curator of a community. So he has like a really good like loyal following and like of people that are like community oriented. I don't know, Cosmic, do you do anything with Magic? I think you're mostly like Pokemon and Dragon Ball and stuff, right? This is the one I was just watching, and this was the stream from yesterday, right? Why is this not scrolling down? Oh, there we go. Yeah, yesterday it's literally just like people were just chilling while he sorted cards and cool stuff. But yeah, Cosmic, you can put your link in the chat. The shout out thing doesn't work on YouTube. But yeah, if you like anything, if you're a fan of TCG stuff in general, I think Cosmic does some of the cooler. And then also, he'll play like, what is it, Pokemon Stadium? In 64? Yeah, here it goes, Pokemon gameplay. Mario Kart. I imagine we're gonna get more gameplay streams and stuff when you get your Switch too. Yeah, here, let me pause this real quick. We'll open up one of these.
Matty plays, thank you.
Oh yeah, he's Aussie too. So you get that accent.
Oh, there we go. Special bean cannon. Nammy
Special bean cannon.
Wow. Look at the texture on that. Let's go. Nicely top loaded.
But yeah, pretty cool stuff.
Thank you.
Like I said, Cosmic's one of those like OGs. He's always been around like since I think about a year into my doing YouTube at all. When I first like started doing trading card content and openings and stuff, that's when I came across Cosmic, and he's always been really good about his community and stuff. Way better than I am, actually. I'm a little too independent, I feel like, so that's just how I do stuff. But you always gotta appreciate guys like this. Yeah, 3 years. Okay, cool. So yeah, I was about 2 years into my doing content then. I started in 2020. Just a fun, chill guy. I think that's what it says somewhere. That's another thing as well. Cosmic does do what do you call the Pocket? And I think you also do TCG Live, right? You play it. I don't know if you. I don't think you stream it or anything, but you play them. Eventually, when I get a desktop and I'm capable, I'm capable of running Streamlabs along with actual games. I definitely plan to play Magic Arena and TCG Live for streams. I think would be pretty cool, actually. Yes, I'm aware I'm not signed in. Help me build. No, I really only need like to buy like a pre-built thing. Like I've had my eye on this one. It's about $700. It's that the thing is, there's a purpose for PC. That's the thing. And to me, gaming, not like, oh, something like a trading card game or, you know, things like that. Like sitting down and playing a game, that happens in front of my TV. I sit with an Xbox and a controller and I play a game. No drivers, no GPU this, no managing that or this or updates or whatever. I turn on my Xbox and I play. Everything is all integrated. My whole games library is all there. All of it. You know? Whereas to me, like the PC, that's for doing all this other stuff. Streaming and content curation, editing, social media, like all the other, like the more utilitarian things. And then, yeah, if I'm going to play something that's like basically a... You can't play Magic Arena or Pokemon TCG on Xbox. Obviously. Now, they used to have Magic games on Xbox. I'll never understand why they don't bring Arena to Xbox. It makes no sense at all. But all these other things, for sure. But yeah, actually, I think I could pull it up. I could go over into my browser. I've had this PC basically picked out for a while. And by a while, I mean like a couple months, I think. Where is it? This one. Like on the phone? I've never been into Digimon, but, you know. Another TCG collecting game, why not? I just downloaded, not to admit this, but I just downloaded a crap load of Game Boy games, like Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, etc., and like Pokemon ROM hacks. Like I have a whole folder full of them right now. So when it comes to like streaming and stuff, and like I've got a lot of interesting things that would be neat to play. One Piece. Oh, that was the other one I was thinking of. You also open One Piece stuff. Yeah, I downloaded that so I could play that. I also I got like a whole bunch of like normal versions of Pokemon. But then I also got a whole bunch of ROM hack ones that sounded interesting, or that would be at least worth checking out the weirdness of them. Is this still showing up? Yeah. So this is like the computer I've had my eye on for a while now. Well, it's out of stock at the moment, but I'm sure it'll come back. Bandai has a card monopoly, and they do other anime stuff too. Yeah, it kind of sounds like, besides like Pokemon and Magic, that almost everything else is like some sort of Bandai thing. Like Pokemon, they fully control that. Like they bought the company that like did their printing in the US now, like years ago. So now they like fully control that. Then you have Wizards with Magic, and then as far as I know, isn't basically everything else like a Bandai product? Yeah, Digimon, One Piece, and Dragon Ball. Yeah. Like everything else that like basically matters when it comes to TCG. ZA. Oops. There was an interesting couple of years there at one point. Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, I won't begrudge people their right to enjoy whatever they enjoy, but I cannot get into the whole, basically everything from Legends Arceus on well, Sword and Shield also. Like Sword and Shield, Legends Arceus, Scarlet Violet, like everything that's been done with Pokemon recently, I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond or whatever, I was like all about that. I think I played Shining Pearl for like 300 hours. Because in the post game I got into the breeding, the battle tower, the online battle. Like I got into everything with that game. The shiny hunting and all that. See, and like I said, I get that. Like if you're like, oh no, Arceus is like the absolute bottom of the pits for me. Like everything about that game is like the opposite of what I want to see in Pokemon games. But again, I'm also I don't own a Switch. I'm not buying one, so it's like it's up to those people to decide if they want to play that. You know, I guess I'm just not the market anymore. So I feel like Pokemon is trying too much to be every other kind of RPG that's out there, which is not why I play Pokemon. But for me, it's all about turn-based, shift style, you know, battle system. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's other RPGs out there that still use all those things, and it's like, why can't Pokemon still do all the things Pokemon did? They felt like they need to add new mechanics to keep. I mean, they do and they don't. Like, I think that there's a vocal group of people who wanted, who think that that's what they wanted from Pokemon, was for it to change and be more like all the other stuff. Meanwhile, there's other RPGs out there specifically striving to be like retro RPGs. Like when you look at the games like the Bravely Defaults and the Octopath Travelers, and even now like Expedition 33, very different look and feel, but you know that whole turn-based combat and the way the encounters work and stuff. I just feel like Pokemon had a thing that it did. The route system, I don't like open world at all for Pokemon. I don't think it's what works for it. The route system, the way that trainer battles work, the focus on combat, whereas like it feels like most Pokemon games now do everything they can to give you options to avoid combat. You know, and that I'm not a huge fan of. But Black and White remaster, I mean, that would be the next, that's Gen 5, right? So isn't that basically what the ZA thing is, though? That's essentially like serving as a Black and White remaster, I guess. That was my impression, anyways. You're good. But that was my impression, Cosmic, was instead of a Black and White like straight remaster, they just did the... Oh, it's XYZ. Oh, why did I think it was Black and White? I don't know why. I don't know. That's weird. So it's a continuation of that, though, right? Like you have XYZ, and this is like in that world, but it's not necessarily like a remake. Now Megas, that's cool because Megas is one of the gimmicks that I actually really like. I do like Megas. Pokemon Go having the Mega Evolutions is cool, but of course it works different. Like obviously they're powerful, but really I think Pokemon Go needs to make it so that there's like a battle league that is for Megas. Or some sort of PvP changes or whatever, because like you can really only use them for raids. But they were definitely a good one. The Mega evolutions, the variations of the Pokemon was actually really cool. And the fact that it was like kind of a brief thing, it wasn't like a permanent change. I always liked that about it. Black and white special set, like for the cards. I need to check. You know what? I need to check on that. I have not. I have not actually seen what's going on with the Pokemon TCG in a long time. Like, I'll just kind of see the stuff that people are opening. But not really what's going on. Like, for new releases and sets and... Oh yeah, Poke Beach. That's where I need to go. Poke Beach. See, I even forget the sources. Like, it's been so long. I even forget like the sources I'm supposed to be looking at for this stuff. Yeah, just like if you're looking up stuff about the games or information in general, you got like Bulbapedia and there's that other one that's like way more in depth than Bulbapedia. But what's new, Poke Beach? Oh, okay. Here we go. Black Bolt and White Flare. Oh! First ever dual sets for English? Okay. Whoa, okay. There's some cool binder collections. Okay. Victini. Oh, these are neat. These are neat. I like these. That's gonna be cool. We've never had this. Like, Japan has always had the dual sets, right? You know, where it's like one side gets certain cards in it. So this is gonna be really neat. Over 170 cards. More than 65 illustration rares. Nice. More than 5 special illustration rares. I got every product for pre-order and... Oh, hell yeah. When is this supposed to come out? Between July 18th and August 22nd. Oh, okay, so it comes out July 18th. Okay. At least in the US. That's really neat that they're doing this like that. So... Black, white, rare cards, which will feature card illustrations in monochromatic black or white. Bro, that's sick. Is there images of that? Oh, because this set's already out in Japanese. This thing needs to stop trying to load. Come on, come on. Load. Stop. If this stupid video would stop trying to load over here, I'd probably be fine. This is cool. I love Survivor. Survivor, or whatever. Okay, so stop. It doesn't like this page because this... Okay, so the Elite Trainer box. I don't really get into these as much unless I really want the themed... I'll try reloading this. This is why I need a new computer. Let's try again. Okay. The Victini thing, that looks really cool. Gothitelle or whatever her name is. Okay, so I don't really get into the Elite Trainer box as much unless I really want the specific themed gear, like the sleeves and all that stuff. And I'm not really into the Thunderous, Tornadus characters or whatever, so that's fine there. The binder collection's neat because it comes with the album. Yeah, thanks for posting the link. That's cool. Yeah. The mini tins. Black Bolt or White Flare booster bundle includes 6 Black Bolt or White. Okay. I thought it was going to have more cards to show. Okay, so I want to look up these. What are they called? The monochromatic things? I keep scrolling up and down. Just trying to get the rare. Okay, the black, white, rare cards. This site is not very... Like all special sets, they will not sell booster boxes or individual packs. Oh, okay. So yeah, you gotta buy these things. Okay. So I'd probably be getting some of these for sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me open that up then. Let me close this because it's... For some reason, Poke Beach is not wanting to work very well with my system here. Okay, you posted that link. So what, like, most of the difficulties I have with these kinds of streams is basically the fact that a second screen would be really useful, first of all. But I also need a computer that can run multiple tasks at once and not get bogged down. Streamlabs. I'm assuming there's a picture here that's not loading yet. So this set is probably not even out. Oh my god. Bro, look at Victini. That is sick. Okay, so from June through August, Japan will be holding Victini Beater. We'll use booster packs to build. Okay, that is so cool. These are amazing. I wonder if there will be other cards besides these in this rarity, but even just those, that is amazing. This is really cool. And then stamped energy cards. Dang, these are going to be rare. These are going to be hard to get because they're from June 14th. So there's going to be a lottery, 2,000 winners. So I'm guessing, yeah, there's only going to be a few of these. There's only going to be a few of these. Gym Box Volume 2 out Fridays. What is Gym? Gym Box. But yeah, these right here, these are going to be amazing. Like, even if you're not like a huge fan of these two Pokemon specifically, these cards look ridiculous. And if that's also like a... If there's also going to be other Pokemon in the set that have this rarity design, that's going to be really cool. Horizon art. Oh, okay. I still need to go after that, like, Pikachu. That one Pikachu card. I have really good internet, like really good internet. This is just because my computer trying to run Streamlabs and a freaking browser. All right, we got here. I like the pack design. Can this be gotten rid of? What? Are you still here, Traveler? Because I think you want to see these. Cosmic Traveler is a huge Eevee and Evolutions fan. Oh, these are cool. Oh, Flareon, because Flareon is my favorite evolution. I mean, I like I like all of them basically, but that is really cool. Yeah, look, these are the Leafeon, Sylveon, Umbreon, Eevee illustration rares. Would be nice if they had all of them. But then these are like the hollows. These are amazing too. I like this Flareon. Oh, then these must be promos? Oh, revert. Oh, these are beautiful. These are beautiful. They're gonna be so shiny. So, so Gym Pack Volume 2. So this is like a re-release of... Wait. Eevee and its 8 evolutions will appear across 15 total variants. They're not just versions of the same card, unlike what we saw in Gym Pack 1. This time it's a total of 15 different cards. Include reverse energies, Gym Pack logo stamped cards, V and V Max, and of course the 4 illustrated full arts shown above. That's cool. These are beautiful. Let me see. Collect 151 Hope. Everything you need to know. Pokemon China have announced Collect 151 Hope, and we couldn't be more excited. Wait, what is this? Collect 151 Journey was released January 2025. Oh, nice. Okay. So they're like pulling info from the like Chinese stuff to get like info on what's coming up. Oh, what? Oh, these packs are so cool. Oh my god. That is so cool. Dragonite, Jigglypuff, Psyduck. Of course, Pikachu. That is such a cool card. Collector's note, I will pull this card. I will pull this card. Oh, these are cool. These have really good artwork. Oh, this must be their YouTube. PokePair. Okay. Oh, that's what that says. I didn't even read that. Okay, so with the cards Pokemon China revealed in the announcement, Collect 151 Hope appears to have the same cards as 151 Journey. The major difference being the Pikachu art rare, of course. I will pull this card. Jumbo hit rates, 1 baby shiny per box. God box confirmed. Huh. So this is stuff that's like potentially going to become sets that come out for us, right? Is that the idea? Eevee, Squirtle, Jigglypuff, Dragonite, da-da-da. Or are these not? Are these ones you basically need to get in Chinese? So they're Chinese, like, so you would have to like order. I mean, I don't care. I would definitely go after this in a Chinese set. That's cool. They got their own site for this. That's pretty neat. I like that. Oops. I did that wrong. That's one of the cool things about Pokemon as like a product is like you don't need to be able to read it. Like for playing it, sure. But like if you're a collector and you're just trying to find cool things and there's certain places you're only going to be able to find certain things, then it doesn't matter if it's in Japanese or Spanish or Italian or whatever. It's like I would 100% go buy some Chinese sets. You could chase the Moonbreon in it. Oh, nice. Let me see. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Like, so there's you know, some of the old school sets from like the early 2000s that are like really hard to find or are like really expensive. If you look for them in like other languages, they're a lot easier to find. And I think that that's going to become more of a thing over time as they become more and more rare and people like hoard them up. Is just going, if you're a collector, just buying them in other languages and making a collection out of that. Oh yeah, I remember some of these cards. I think I have this one in English. Because I collect Flareon as well. We were talking about that the other day. I have a folder of Pikachu. Oh, this is cool. I have a folder of Pikachu cards. That's like every generation, era, variation I can find, language, it doesn't matter. Then I'm collecting the Japanese holos from like the 90s sets. Like the first 4 sets basically. And then oh, I have these in English and Japanese actually, and these, pretty sure. But then I have like a folder that's like just my favorites, and that's like Gengar, Mew, like Butterfree, and then Flareon is like a huge one for me. Flareon is like by far my favorite fire type Pokemon. Oh, Vikavolt. Vikavolt's one I like too. Most of my favorite Pokemon are like old school, like from the first couple of generations or whatever. But then out of the, like randomly, Vikavolt is one of my favorites. Yeah, I remember some of these for sure. Shiny binder. I need to make a video on this, but like just as a, because you're here and I can talk to you about it. I feel like a format change in general, for not for like the gameplay of Pokemon cards. Oh, look at that. Not for the gameplay of Pokemon cards, But like, imagine if there was shinies, just like in the games, right? But there was shinies for every card, but they were incredibly rare, right? So you have like all these cards, right? All these normal cards, right? But for each one of them, like each different Pokemon in a set, there's a shiny, no matter what. Like, so instead of having to go buy a special set each year that has shinies and it's only a set few of them, every single one has a shiny variant, right? But they're just incredibly rare. Imagine you have like a 1 in 5,000 chance or whatever, you know, like it is in Pokemon. Right, like with Pocket, right? But like every set that came out, you knew that every time you open a pack, that there was a chance you pulled a shiny Caterpie or a shiny Moonbreon. Like, these ones would all still be here. This would still be as rare as it is or whatever, but it would have the potential that you could find a shiny. I just think that the entirety of the TCG needs to have that as a feature. That shinies just be a standard part of it, just a incredibly rare standard part of it. So it would be like super special, but that it's always a chance, right? That you're gonna pull this guy shiny, or Meowth shiny, you know, but like it's just that 1 in like 5,000 chance or whatever, just like 4,096. That's what it is. I think that would be awesome. Oh, the good stuff's at the bottom. Okay. Well, I have her too, I think. Oh, I like these and this. The full arts, yes. Oh, that's cool. Then you have the illustration. And there's your Umbreon. I think I have this card. I cannot remember. Or I either have it or I was intending to get it. The Rainbow Rares! Bro, I miss Rainbow Rares so much. Yes, I love these. There's Moonbreon. The Rainbow... Oh my god, dude. And then the Rainbow Trainers were always so cool to pull. The gold cards. Yes, this one is sick. Yeah, the Shauna would be cool. I have like a so that's another collection I have. I have a small folder where it's got like the each page is like 2 cards, right? But it's my trainer folder, and what I do is I try to get the full art or like rainbow rare, or you know, whatever the highest rarity I can get of a trainer, and then like the standard version, and I like to put them together on a page. And so I've got a little folder of that. These are so cool. But yeah, the card I regret selling the most. I'm gonna pull it up. Mew. Because the thing was, is I would get a card like this, and I would think, okay, I really like having it, but it could buy me an another booster box to enjoy, right? But this card, I pulled this once. I bought a blister pack of 3 packs, and in that was this card, and I absolutely loved it. And I think I held on to it for a couple years before. I think it was worth like 90 bucks or something, and I was like, you know, I could sell that and I could buy an entire box of cards. So I went ahead and sold it, and then used it to buy an entire booster box, which was, you know, cool at the time. But now I'm like, dang, I wish I hadn't sold that card, because I didn't know they were going to get rid of rainbow rares like they did. Yeah, the simplified Chinese. There's also like Korean is also good, because they're fairly inexpensive. I mean, I like buying the Japanese stuff too, because that's obviously, it's like the homeland of Pokemon. So I like to buy that, and a lot of times even those products are cheaper and like easier to get a hold of than the English ones when you order it online. I still have the birds. I still have this. Oh no, not this. The rainbow rare. I have the rainbow rare. Rainbow rare is like one of my favorite things. I've always been like upset that they got rid of it. There was nothing like that when you went through a pack and you got to the back of it, and this was like the image you got was this coloration and shininess. But I still have this. I also in what was it, Cosmic Eclipse, which was like my favorite set to collect because there were so many cards and so many variations. I need to post a picture, but I wanted to get like a frame set for it. But in Japanese, I have the Blastoise Piplup tag team card. But I have every version of it. Pull that Mewtwo in gold and full. Oh, yeah, yeah. Let me. Where is it? Why'd that not find it? Okay, so that did not work. Here we go. So this. Well, this is the special art or whatever. See if there's a regular one. Wait, what? There's no way it's worth that much. What the heck? I have this card. I have this card in Japanese, though. Anyways, so I have all 4 versions of this. Or is it 4? I'll have to take pictures and put it up on Instagram. But I have the standard, the full art, this one, the alternate art or whatever this is, and the rainbow rare. I have all 4 of them in Japanese. And what I want to do is get like a frame, like a 4-card frame, and put all 4 cards together in the same frame so I can display it. I for whatever reason I got all of those together and I loved it. But this is saying these are worth some. Oh, yeah, that's kind of crazy. Let me open up the thing you just sent me. Close some of these down. Shining Synergy. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have this card. Well, like the one from when it came out. I never got this one, I don't think. What's up, Bennett? We're just looking at Pokemon cards. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I never pulled this one. I did actually have this one. I think I sold her. I don't remember if I still have her or not. She might be in my full art trainer card thing. Oh yeah, the red and blue? Or red and Gary? Whatever. Debating on buying a game on Steam. Which game would that be? Let's see. Oh, the where is it? There it is, the full art, and the special illustration. Nice. Kinshi? What is Kinshi? I like this Gengar. Yeah, this was I loved Cosmic Eclipse. Was such a great set. So it doesn't have the rainbows, is what you're saying. But it does have the full arts, the gold. These trainers were so cool. That is really cool too. I like that. Yeah, I might have to look into that, the simplified Chinese. But like I said, if I can, I don't even actually really like buying English sets. Like, unless I intend to play them, which I don't really do, I just collect. So Japanese is almost always my best option, like the thing I want to go for. But if that starts to become like harder to acquire, then yeah, these would be like the next thing, the Chinese ones. Because to me, it really doesn't. Besides, you know, the aesthetic of collecting it in Japanese, because that's where Pokemon is from. Outside that, I don't really care about the language, you know, as a collectible product. I'm not playing it, so. Kenshi, free roaming squad-based RPG, focused on open-ended sandbox gameplay features rather than a linear story. Be a treasure thief, rebel. Interesting. I don't know if you would be into it. My brother plays this game called, I think it's called Dwarf Fortress. $20 tariffs on 10. No. Is it Dwarf Fortress? I can't remember what he plays. But he showed it to me and he like walked me through this game. It is Dwarf Fortress. And it's freaking cool. Let's see. So I'm going to close this one down. And then we'll open this one. Come on. Oh yeah. This is the one I was talking about. Yeah, obviously it's in the one I have is in Japanese. This is like the basic one, and then I have this Sandslash too. Come on, load up. Oh, I still have this open. Come on. I actually still have like those folders you gave me. Yeah, I'm trying to get it to load up. So this was all, I believe this was not Cosmic, was it Cosmic Eclipse? Or is this, I think so. It has a ton of. Oh, yes, I had this. Or no, I do have this. And this. And then, of course, these. Basically, with Pikachu Raichu, I have it. Some great artwork in this set. That Dedenne, if I think this was the one, was like super popular in the meta. Oh no, it wasn't $80. Actually, it's funny because I could probably go look at. I don't think it was $80. I think it was something else. I think there was another version of that Kyogre that was $80, but that one was not. So many good cards in this set. These guys here, they got the love one. I like that they show each version too. Yeah, the combo together might have been, but oh, and this Misty was really good. I still need this card. I actually still really want this card because obviously it's, you know, it's Red's Pikachu, so yeah, this, so I have this one, the normal one, and I have this as well. I bought the box that this comes with. And this is cute. I want this Misty. And then the gold card's nice. I've always loved the gold cards. Never got this one, I need to get it. Always love the legendary birds, dogs. I love the legendary birds. I don't know what it is with the dogs I'm not as big into. Like Suicune is awesome. Ho and Lugia are good. Lugia. This is cool. God, Cosmic Eclipse had so many good cards. So many good cards. This set, I tried to, this whole set, I tried to organically do a master set when it was out. And it was probably the worst set ever to do that because it was just such an expansive one. Like, you had a lot of base cards. Then you had... He's now a Santa bird. Yeah, GX era was pretty amazing. And then when they got to tag team and they had all these, and then so you had like the regular GX, you had the full art GX, and you had the art ones like this, and then you would have like the gold or the rainbow rares, and then this was the set that really started doing these illustration cards or the character cards or whatever, where it had the character and the trainer. Like, this is Lieutenant Surge and Magnemite. I think that's Lieutenant Surge. They got Red and Pikachu. You have her and Piplup. But, like, they started doing all these. Like, this was a huge set. And I was trying to do a master set, which meant you had every single variation of a card. So it was like this. Like, regular card. Then you would have the... reverse hollow, and if it had a hollow, you had to get that, and then of course all the other variations of rarity. So I think I got about 80% of it. Every time I played through gold, I named Ho. That's why you said Santa bird. Okay. I actually still have one of these. Well, I mean, that's what I was doing though. Like, my primary hobby at that time was just collecting Pokemon, and it was definitely expensive, but I was also eBaying as well. So I was legitimately in 2021, 2022, I think I sold about $3,000 or $4,000 worth of Pokemon product through eBay. And it was basically just like, I would buy a booster box, or I would buy a elite trainer, I'd buy all these packs, whatever it was, and I would pull these awesome cards and be like, okay, but this isn't one I really want. So I would just turn around and sell it because, cool, somebody else wants this card. I put it up for a fair price. They get the card, and then I would take that money and be able to fund my hobby. Nothing wrong with that. If you don't have an expensive hobby, you aren't a grown man. Whatever. Gotta get lunch. It's so funny to hear you say that when it's like 11 p.m. here. But thanks for coming by, Cosmic. It's really cool to have you like actually hang out for a bit and show me some of this. I'll have to check out PokePair and follow them. Yeah, Cosmic Star is really awesome. He's been around since like I said, like the early days of me doing like Pokemon content and stuff. So he does a really good YouTube channel. He streams. He opens Pokemon, Dragon Ball, One Piece, occasionally sports cards, but like it's mostly those things. He does live streams and openings, and then he'll do like N64 playthroughs of like Pokemon Stadium and all that. So Cosmic's pretty awesome. Awesome dude. What was the turnaround per pack? Was it like one really good one? to cover 10 packs, or every pack mostly pays. So it would depend on how you wanted to like sell. Some people will sit there and like price out every single card, every single reverse hollow. What I ended up doing was just like, usually a box was like what, $110 or something like that, and in a booster box, right? And I can't remember exactly how many packs you got in a box, but like typically there was enough halfway decent pulls in a box that if you wanted to put the effort into listing it, selling it, and then throw it in an envelope and sending it off to someone, and occasionally risking them saying it didn't show up, but whatever, and then refunding it. Me and a friend spent $800 on magic cards on one new... Yeah, I mean, like, if you have the money, then that's... It could definitely be a thing. But typically, if I bought a box of Pokemon TCG, right? And I didn't always buy a full booster box. Sometimes it was just, like, buying, you know, random products. But say it was a booster box. And it was, like, I think it was, like, $110. I can't remember fully what it was then. I feel like if you wanted to, by selling off the, oh, this is a $5 card, this is a $3 card, this is a $30 card, you know, if you wanted to, if it wasn't things that you wanted for your own personal collection, then it was like, you could make back like 80% a lot of times of what you spent on a full booster box. Because, like, for me, I would just buy a box of envelopes, a little roll of stamps, and then have like the sleeves and like the top loaders available. And so it was worth it to sell stuff for $3 or $4 because you slap a stamp on an envelope, throw it in a sleeve, and send it off, right? Cost you like 50 cents to ship it, and you made $3. And if you did a bunch of that over time, well, you were pulling back in a decent amount of the money you spent on playing Pokemon. And other people, I always listed my stuff for like fair prices, you know, like I would look at like what the market value, like what stuff was going for, and then I would turn around and sell it for like 90% of that, you know, 90, 80%, you know, whatever. And I occasionally did have cards that were worth over $100, and yeah, I would sell them for like $85 or so with shipping, free shipping. And it was really just because, besides the fact I believe in people being able to like sell and buy things, whatever, yeah, it basically helped me fund my hobby. I could turn around and continue to buy more Pokemon cards without feeling guilty. But that was also a moment in the, like, a little era where the prices were somewhat inflated. And it wasn't because of like scarcity, it was just because there was a ton of momentum, like enthusiasm for the trading card game at that moment. So it was fun though. It was really fun to sit and like, for me, that became my hobby. Was like, oh, it was a COVID hobby, yeah, but even after COVID it was like that for a bit, you know, not forever, but oh, dang. Okay. And see, this is the other thing, too. A lot of people, like, I like to know that things are worthwhile or worth something. Not just because, oh, I plan to turn around and sell it, but just because I feel like that's just a part of collecting. When you collect something that has value, it's like you achieved something, right? So I was telling them, I have this set right here. I have all 4 variations of this card. This is it's Blastoise and Piplup. And it's a tag team card, right? I think this is the Japanese. Yeah, Japanese. But I have all 4 variations. There's this one, which is like the base version. Then there is the full art. If it'll pull up. Then there's the full art. There is the alternate character art, or whatever the heck you want to call it. and then there's the rainbow rare. I have all 4 of them, and for whatever reason, I liked the card, and I had a couple of them to begin with, so I got the others as well. And they're all in Japanese. So I have all 4 of these, and I want to get like a frame to stick all 4 cards together in. I think it'd be really cool. Yeah, and it doesn't really look like that because it has texture in real life, so it looks a little bit better in real life. And then this is I love the rainbow rares. I thought they were the coolest thing. Like, because when you see this is a flat image, right? Obviously, in real life, when you turn the card and it's in the light, like you see the change in coloration and stuff. So like, I just for whatever reason ended up with all 4 of those in Japanese, and apparently they're worth some money, which is kind of nice.
Once you get it done, the most
What
important
the heck?
part is the one you need now.
What the
and
heck?
best partner.
Oh, it ended. That would be why. Don't you play another ad. I'm not on my personal account. I have YouTube Premium, so I don't have to worry about ads and stuff. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. I think that. Oh no, I don't put any of that kind of stuff on my computer. I normally have. 'Cause first of all, that would also just eat up more resources. But I actually have YouTube Premium. It's just I'm not on my account. I'm not even signed in. So like these 4 cards, and this isn't in Japanese, but these prices are actually pretty decent. So it's possibly like $400 worth of card. It's kind of neat. Someone doesn't have Edbug. Oh, they got Lego set? Oh, that's cool. Funko Pops. Well, I don't do antivirus software. I just use the Windows Defender. Antivirus software is literally just spamware itself, in my opinion. All I've ever had is it just messes up my computers. So I've never had any problem. Ever since I stopped using antivirus software, I've stopped getting viruses. No, Windows Defender is literally a built-in function of Windows. It's not. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's an antivirus, but it's part of Windows, right? It's like a feature of Windows. But I'm talking about like Norton, McAfee, and then there's like a bunch of the other free ones you can download and stuff. But ever since I stopped using any of that stuff, and I'm talking like 15 plus years ago, I stopped getting viruses. So I don't know. I remember one time, like, my computer would never run correctly. It was always like bogged down, and like it was just like never had resources available. And I went and removed Norton antivirus from the computer. And when I did that, suddenly my computer started running great. But I had to go, it had apparently, because it came on the computer, it had its own little partition, like hidden partition of the hard drive. So that even if you uninstalled it from the computer, it was actually still there. So you had to like go into your like stuff and actually remove that partition that it created. Like it was like a ghost partition or whatever for Norton. And once I did that, my computer started running great, and I never got viruses again. Avast, yeah, they're horrible. Like, literally, you're just paying to have a virus on your computer. But yeah, even stuff like Avast, I had those, and they did their job. It's ever since I started using ever since I stopped using any sort of third-party antivirus stuff, I stopped getting viruses and stopped having issues. But I also just don't download any weird stuff to my computer. We were talking about that earlier. people's internet history. So I was talking about how I don't use, because like Edge is like my preferred browser, and it runs better than anything else I have. But it's also where I'm like signed into all of my stuff, and so I don't use it for streams because I don't want to like accidentally open up, you know, my like behind the scenes of anything. And then Pwnstar was like, yeah, or like your search history, and I'm like, well, you wouldn't see anything weird in it because I don't do anything on my computer. It is not malware. It's literally a browser, and it's like better than all this other crap. I'm only using Chrome for my stream because I have to have it separate. Save that for your phone. Well, and you know, I made the point that it makes a little bit more sense to be mobile. Well, I don't want it removed. It's the superior browser, so. Like, if I didn't... Malware does something malicious, though. Edge does not. Just because it can't be removed. It's basically just a feature of the operating system. Chrome is terrible. Chrome is terrible. I hate anything Google. And, literally... So I'm using Chrome just because it's better than Opera. But even Chrome is like more resource heavy than my Edge. Like Edge is just, it's faster, cleaner, runs better. Like everything about it is just better functionality. But I need to use something besides that for my streaming. And I've been using Opera for like 3 years. And it just got to a point between Streamlabs and trying to run Opera. Opera started to feel like it was like really resource heavy. Like, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try something else. And I decided to use Chrome instead. Chrome is resource heavy too, but it's better than Opera. I don't know what's going on with Opera because I have Opera set like as like minimum use as possible. But Chrome seems to be definitely working better than Opera for streaming. Unfortunately, though, I can't set the cool background thing like I did on Opera. So, but so far, because I'll sit here with Streamlabs open and monitor the little CPU thing. Well, if that's possible, because I looked under, where is it? Scroll. Oh, appearance, there it is. So it had the theme, which is just the colors. And then I couldn't see anything here that was for, like a background or whatever. So I don't know if you know where that is, but it... Extensions? Oh, let me see. Oh, I'll probably have to go here. Here we go. Maybe this is it. Functionality and UI? No. Art and design? Let me see. pressing the wrong button. There we go. Oh, I did? Oh. Well, these are... Okay, let's go back to the extension. Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay, okay. Colors, fresh tab, fresh look. Oh, some of these themes are cool. I can actually darken it. I mean, some of these are pretty cool. I would potentially use, but I have like the stuff where it's like says like Indigo at night or whatever. Pretty sure it's open source, so that anyone can add themes to the store. Yeah. Oh, they got Forza Horizon 5. So yeah, I mean, like a lot of these are cool. I would totally use these, some of these, but I just thought it was cool. The one thing that Opera had that I liked was that you could just go into the settings and like say, oh, put this up as the wallpaper. I like this. I want to take a look at this. That's cute. Get that one just in case. Having my bookmark bar and... Oh, yeah. Well, if I could... Whoa! It already started it. Let me see. Okay, so it's up here. I think I'd have to set this to... Thanks. Okay, so it's got the theme. How do I close this back down? There we go. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking. It probably has to be on Google. Yeah. But then I need to get rid of all this crap. I don't like this stuff. Because the nice thing on the Bing is I got rid of all of this. I don't want anything on this screen. So let's see. Should we put on my thing here? I don't know if I can get rid of that stuff. Oh yeah, I mean, I know you could close them, but I think they still come back, right? Like when you. Like I can remove, because I did this earlier. I don't know if they'll stay gone. And then I can't get rid of that. Okay, so let's try. Okay, cool. I think it'll stay like that. But yeah, I'll have to look and see if I can find one that allows you to just put whatever you want up there. Set by me, and they don't. Okay. But yeah, what you're talking about, like, so if I'm gonna show you real quick on my edge without opening anything. Let's see. Okay. I don't want to be on this. Ooh, excuse me. Bam. It just pops up. That's all. I was like, whoops, there it is. I guess that's fine. It's full screen. But yeah, this is I've got all my stuff here, and then other favorites over here. But this is like my this is my workstation. This is my command center where I'm doing stuff. So, but oops, I didn't mean that. But I love Edge. It's fast. I feel like it's fast, and it's all set up with all my stuff. So weak. Now I'm going to remove that as a source because I don't want that accidentally coming up at some point. But like I said, it has nothing to do with search history because like search history wouldn't even like appear there. Like you'd have to like go into the settings thing and go to history and open it up. It's just the fact that like all of my stuff, like every site I use for content, for streaming, for all the like behind the scenes back end stuff I have to do, like all that is like there. My emails, everything. So I don't want that being a potential misclick when I'm like streaming. That's cool. So that is my like personal browser where I do stuff, and then I need a streaming browser. And like I said, I was using Opera forever, and I feel like it was just starting to bog things down a lot. So I was like, you know what? I have Chrome installed because of the co-streaming thing for Twitch. You need to have Chrome, and so I figured I'd just give it a try for my streaming stuff. Ooh, Cyberpunk, nice. What are the other? Minimalist. I like minimalist. Dark and black. Space. Oh, I see. I do like this kind of stuff, but deep blue. Oh, this is neat. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, I'll have to figure out if there's a way for me to actually just use my my own wallpaper though. Some of this is pretty purpley. Purple planet even. Nice. Very nice. Let me see how that looks. Oh, cool. Plus, it's like or go to your opened new tab. Okay. That actually doesn't look too bad on the screen. The little panel or pencil in the bottom right corner. Oh, over here. What do we got here? Change theme. Oh, I can turn off the shortcuts right there. Boom. Dirt. Let me read the tutorial. Well, that's cool though. I figured out how to turn off the shortcuts though. So that won't have to appear. Oh, there's the... I'm like, does Chrome not have a home button? There it is. Okay, cool. Give me a sec. I will... Oh, and you know how the other day when I was playing Pokemon, you were like, Merry Christmas. You know how you're like, oh, you're showing your file pathway. You need to like turn the screen off, you know, whatever. So I would hide it, and so I kept having to do that though, like for all of my every single time I saved or loaded a save state, I had to hide the game, and then I literally found out that in the Visual Boy, the emulator, there's a setting to turn off the on-screen display. I was like, holy crap, solve all my problems. How's this one look? Ooh. No, let's try... Yeah, I was like, oh, well, I don't have to worry about that anymore. So now I can do all the saving and loading without having to blanket off the screen. I was like, man, this kind of sucks that I have to like do this every single time. Let's see which one of these would be... Oh, that's creepy. Here, look at this. Look at this. I'm not using that, but it's funny to see it. Oh wait, how about... yes, but also like super horror doll looking. Trying to figure out how to change it. Well, I figured out how to get rid of the shortcuts. That's literally just a little thing you tab on or off. I was like, oh, isn't that nice? So this is the one I have. That still just looks pretty sweet. That's the one I was using before. I like that one a lot. That's definitely that Raven look. And then you kind of see a little bit more of it when it's shrunk down. So wait, I wonder if I could still... Let me try something. Let me... Oh wait, no, I think it has to be under Google. I think it has to be under... Live, laugh, and love back. Oh my god. My ex was like super into that stuff. The ex that you know. Super into that crap. And I could not stand it. She had to have the little... They're affirmations is what they are. All the little affirmation things. Well, that looks cool. Let me open this one up. That looks cool. Cool. Because a lot of times I like to have this whatever this wallpaper is just as background. Like if I'm just sitting here talking and not specifically looking at anything, then it's good to have that just as the backdrop. So finding out, and the cool thing is I can just change it whenever, but I want to find one to set. I lost it. There we go. But yeah, she was all about the live, laugh, love, enjoy every day, or just all this, just like bruh. Vomits. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I did start to like joke with her about it for a bit there. So she started to kind of get the idea. Like it's a little, I mean, we all have our like corny thing we're into, you know? I get it, but it's like don't make yourself a 50-something. Yeah, I know, the belly nipple. I was like, man, this one's kind of cool. And I was like, but what is that? Is that like a skin tag or something? It's an Audi. Unfortunately, the site that I was using to make these is defunct. It doesn't work anymore. It was really cool because like there's all kinds of AI generator things, and you sit there and you write your prompts and make it come up with things. This one in particular, you could upload your original like logo. It was specifically a logo thing. And of course, I already had all these little assets for Rival Indigo, Indigo at Night, and the RI and the brackets and stuff like that. And so I would upload those in and tell it to create these different scenes and different styles and stuff. And so that was where I got like so many of these things. Like I have an entire folders of them, and they're pretty sweet. And I like to be able to like use them for stuff like this. Bring back the funk. But either way, probably gonna wrap this up. I actually went longer than I expected to tonight. At like 8:15 I was sitting here like, I don't even know if I want to stream tonight. And I was like, you know, the thing that's gonna get me any kind of progress is just like when you're doing exercise or workouts or anything in general, is when you don't want to do something is when you need to do it, right? And make it routine, like so that you stop feeling like you don't want to do it. So I was like, nope, I gotta push through. I gotta go ahead and log on. So either way, I'm gonna go ahead and log off. I'm probably gonna go chill and play some Oblivion Remaster, because that's what I was gonna skip streaming and do. I was gonna skip streaming and play Oblivion. So I think I'm gonna go give myself some time to do that before I gotta go to bed and work tomorrow. So thanks for coming by though. Appreciate y'all chilling and just talking about random whatever and messing around with my stream. Because I think that's actually a lot of what the YouTube streams will become. Like, the other ones are super easy to figure out. Obviously, Twitch is like, well, I'm playing a game on Xbox, and I'm streaming it. And then over in Kick, I'm doing, like, the Pokemon or Game Boy game in general, but, like, Pokemon or, like, Among Us plays and things like that. super easy theme, right? With YouTube, because my channel is like commentary, you know, and I want the YouTube stream to be themed after like commentary or chatting or whatever. It's just finding the subject and the you know, people to actually sit and do it with, to talk with. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and throw this on the end stream and turn my mic off. And y'all can just... I'll catch you later.